Welcome back. Trapped in the Timeline. This is episode 11. I am Half.
And I'm Dre.
And what we are going to talk about today is the update on that whole social media addiction lawsuit that's going down. You know, the one that where the Snapchat parent company, Snap Inc. and TikTok, they've already settled their lawsuits. They paid the girl off like, hey, we don't want no parts of it. But Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, and then YouTube, which is Google, they are still defendants in this trial. And just last week, Mark Zuckerberg was in LA County. He testified. And this is mind blowing. This is huge because this is the first time where one of those big, huge platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, where, you know, one of the owners, founders, CEOs, whatever, came in and testified about this whole social media addiction, this stuff that we've been talking to you guys about and telling you guys about every episode, which is real. Of course, they're denying it. You know, they're saying that their platforms aren't set up to make people addicted, which we believe is not true. We believe that they absolutely do. Um, so we're gonna go over a little bit, you know, what's going on with that. So, Dre, do you have any thoughts or anything that you want to add to this before
He
we get into
doesn't
some
give a
facts?
damn about the kids. He doesn't
Because
care about the teens.
nope,
He doesn't care. All he cares about is growing his product. He
that's
does
it.
not care about these teens' mental state. He does not care about it. So when you guys are on some of these apps from Mark Zuckerberg, and this is recent, you guys, this just happened like in February 16th. This guy is out here worried about his growth, ain't worried about nobody else
Nope.
but his money in his pocketbooks. So while you guys have all your kids hooked on this social media, trapped in this timeline, and not creating content and using it positively, you guys are giving in to what this man wants.
These people are the devils. That's what I call them. They're the devils. I mean, like I said, I find myself, we are addicted, and that's why we're here talking about it because we are also victims.
But we're addicted to
Yeah,
spreading the good
yeah.
gospel
No, I
out there
mean,
to
we
y'all.
want to let you guys know and you know and create and you know and bring awareness to the
Yes.
situation, but you know, you guys got to do your own work. So, anyways, the plaintiff of this case is a 20-year-old woman. She's identified as KGM or Kaylee. She claims the use of social media starting at age 6 led to addiction, depression, and self-harm. Just like we always, you know, say and preach on this stuff. So the remaining defendants, like I mentioned before, is Meta, which is Instagram, Facebook, and Google, which is YouTube. And so they're still, you know, they're trying to defend it, saying, hey, this doesn't.
Well, this is their product. They wouldn't go
Yeah,
against it.
no, absolutely.
They're in the same industry.
And remember when you mentioned that the Instagram guy, what did he say about the 16 hours?
He said that that is not harmful, that 16 hours scrolling a day, it's just fine. Go ahead and have at it.
16
Go ahead and have
hours.
at it. 16 hours.
So if you imagine if they just throw that number 16 hours,
$16?
people are doing that. So
There are people that
imagine
probably log 16
So
hours.
imagine if you're anywhere from 3 hours to above a day. I mean,
But are you
that's
guys, I'm going to
horrendous. That's
say it, I'm
horrible.
going to say it and keep on saying it. How many hours a day are you guys checking your phone and see what apps you're on and what you're using? You may be that 16-hour a day person.
Yeah.
You might be.
No, for real. There's a
Check
lot
it
of
out.
people.
Check it out. And don't be embarrassed. Post it if you that. If you really
Make that
want to
comment.
get some healing, I guess I would say, let's broadcast it. Let,
Right?
let people know, like, okay, I'll be on my phone for maybe 4 to 5 hours. I'm gonna cut it down. I'm not saying this to embarrass people, but cut it down
Cut it
sometimes.
down.
There's nothing wrong with it.
So the trial, it began in the beginning of February, and you know, they could last from 6 to 8 weeks. So, you know, by the end of March, you know, they'll have some type of, and this you got it, this is huge because how the judge rules, how this case goes can really make a mark on if social media, if they have to change, how they do things and make things less addictive, or, make their sites or their apps less addictive. So when it comes when it comes to the social media, you guys know the kids have to have a limit. Everybody has to have a limit. You can't just be on it like that. Well, when this trial, oh no, so when this trial, this is a huge trial. This is going to mean a lot. Like if the judge goes for the plaintiff, and they vote in her favor and everything, this can mean a lot. Like these apps will have to change their whole way that they have designed them to make them less addictive. You know what I mean? Maybe put restrictions on them. Like you were saying that last time. If you're on it
Yeah,
for 2 hours, you got to
yeah.
be off of it for 2 hours.
The app
You
won't let
know?
you get back on.
Yeah, they need to do these type of things because it's getting crazy.
So we're gonna have to negotiate some of this stuff with some of these companies because you can't be on it for 16 hours and think that's a healthy thing to do, especially if you're on it unproductive. Like now, if you're on it creating stuff for like a business, your brand, or maybe you're creating stuff for maybe your kids, memories, stuff like that. Now I can say, okay, but you still don't need 16 hours of that because we're not designed to be on these phones for 16 hours of wasting our time.
No, and another crazy thing is, so this is just one case of
Right.
this, right? There are currently 1,600 other cases that are similar to the same social
Mhm.
media. So this one sends precedent for all those other cases. However they go, however this goes is going to make way for these all these other ones. So that's also something to think
So do you
about,
think this is
and
a
they could lose billions of
so let me
dollars.
ask you, do you think this is a domino effect? Everybody suing, trying to just get some money out of these companies, or are these people really addicted? I mean, I know it's an addictive topic that we're talking about, and it's
I
an addictive
I
thing.
can see both. I can see both. I can see that there are people that have really suffered. Their kids have, killed themselves. Because there was parents at this LA County. That I mean, that's where the trial's being held. But at the
Right.
last trial this last week, there are parents out there who kids have, are the addicted kids, are the people suing and stuff, or killed themselves. And this one guy said some Nigerians convinced him to kill himself because it was crazy. Like we just don't
But
know
that
what
was
really
an
goes
adult, you're
on.
saying. That was an adult or a child?
The child who killed himself.
And said the Nigerians,
Yeah,
okay,
but
that was
this
a
was the
child.
dad. The dad
Okay.
said this about this what happened to his child.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a crazy story. Like they convinced him to kill himself over some type of catfish
So now
situation.
that brings me to another point. So if you don't give your kid a phone and social media, what would that cause?
If you don't,
If you don't, if you said
man,
I'm not giving my kid a phone or social media
I
to
mean,
their, maybe, you know, till they become a teenager, 13. I'm gonna put it right
well,
there.
I mean, it would be a lot better for the kid, obviously, but
Will it?
yeah,
Will it?
100%. I think so for sure.
Amongst his social group, will it?
No, I mean, yeah, they're gonna get
That's
teased.
all that matters
y-
at that point at
Yeah,
13.
no, for sure. But we're talking about from like a parent perspective, right?
No, I'm talking from both because
Okay.
how would you feel giving a 13-year-old saying from day one, I'm not going to let this kid get on a phone or social media until they turn 13? Could you hold that standard as a parent?
I would try to. I would definitely try to, and I know it's gonna be hard because I think I gave my son a phone before he was 13, and this was before the whole, you know, where the social media really like blew up and took over. But the kids were still on their phone ringtone. This was all back in that day, when they had different stuff to be. But now, what they have access to and what they're seeing, and all this stuff that's happening is different. You know what I mean?
That's what we think.
That is different.
That's what we think. It's different.
I mean,
But
compared to what we
if
experience, it's
there
different,
was
is what I'm
okay,
saying.
but I mean, before you had cars, people probably were just driving all around the road. There was no age limit, no driver license, all this shit. But as it evolved, they
Right,
put restrictions on it.
right.
So, would people be opposed to saying that 13 is the proper age for you to start having a phone and being on social media.
I don't think they should be opposed. I think they should be, I think that's a good age. But even at that age, there still needs to be heavy restrictions.
Oh yeah, it will come with some
Yeah.
restrictions, but I'm just saying that's when it starts. Just like driving and all that
Oh
shit
yeah.
starts at a certain
And that's
age.
when they'll really start getting involved and,
Right.
being more, insecure about things or you know what I mean, more curious about their bodies and wanting to look at the, fashion or whatever they're into or whatever they want to do at those age. You're kind of
Mhm.
growing into yourself, at that age.
Because
Trying to
I'm like,
figure
I didn't
yourself
get
out.
no phone and have all this access, and it wasn't
Oh,
even 13.
bro,
So
I remember I used to take my mom's pager at 13 because that's
that's
all it was
that's
available.
all that was
There
available.
was no cell. We didn't
It
have
wasn't.
the Nextel. I think the Nextel phones didn't pop off until
That was
yeah,
later.
like
We
a
had
few years
Nokias before
later.
that. I
Yeah,
remember I had the Nokia.
yeah.
Remember the
The
Nokia?
little flip
I had
Nokia
that.
or the little no, the little flat ones,
The
just the
little
little
flat
flat
ones. It was
ones.
like a
Yeah,
little square little
yeah,
brick.
little
And
rectangle
that
ones.
it was the little Nokia. I remember
Yeah,
those. Those used to go hard.
yeah.
But yeah. But I'm just saying, we got those later. We were kind of basically adults by
We
the
were
time we
already
got,
older. That's
yeah,
what I'm
by the time we
saying.
got them. So I'm saying using them as
No,
we were
man.
like,
The
say we
least.
were in junior high having a cell phone.
No, hell, man. Listen, man.
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
less screen time, the better,
It
man.
no, 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 no,
But
no. It wasn't even screen time then. It was just really a phone.
oh yeah, no,
It
back
was just a
then.
phone.
Oh yeah, no, there was
Now
no
you gotta
screen.
worry about the screen
But
time.
that's what I'm saying for these kids now. They just the least screen time is the best. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Period.
And that's why I say 13 because
13 is a good age, but you still gotta monitor them.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Still
But
gotta
by the
monitor.
time they get it at 13 and you ain't had all that cloud in your brain from since you was, 4 or 5 years old, sitting there looking at a phone and a screen and all this stuff, which is, I mean, it's tough parenting to do that. But I I think that's a good age because this is a big thing that's coming on and sweeping the world. It's a new drug. And I know when I say it like that, people probably are just raising their eyebrows, but y'all gonna see, and we some of the first ones bringing it to y'all about this stuff because there's a lot of people feeding off of y'all and just they're in these industries, TikTok,
Yeah, they
Facebook,
don't care.
I
They
mean,
just
Twitter,
man.
YouTube,
You
all
think Mark Zuckerberg, you think these billionaire
no,
dudes care?
he
They
doesn't
don't
care
give a
about your
shit.
kids if they spaz out and because they want to go viral or you take away their social media and now they want to lash out at you because
So
we seen cases of that too.
look, so of course, this is what Mark so he denied of of an addictive design of their websites, right? Like Instagram or Facebook, because that's what he runs. But Zuckerberg testified that Meta does not seek to make Instagram addictive. He argued that if a
Lies.
product isn't good for people, they won't use it long term, and insisted his goal is building a sustainable community rather than maximizing time spent. That guy is full of shit.
So there it is, people, right there. If you believe that, you must be crazy.
That boy is the devil.
You must be crazy. I mean, give it to me straight. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, I created an addictive product and now I want to put a little few restrictions on it because it is a good product, but it needs to be a few restrictions for kids, adults, even adults. I'm
Yeah.
saying even adults. You see
Oh no.
grown men, grown women
You see
hooked.
seniors just locked in.
They trapped in the timeline and they don't know how to get out.
So he maintained his long-standing position that existing scientific research has not proven a causal link between social media
Mm.
use and worsening mental health. Like really, bro?
So
Like
basically,
you're smart, right? You're one he's considered one of the smart people of our time and all, but you're gonna act dumb just for the
well,
just
for
for money, for the
for his
profit and
yeah, for
like
a
that shit
money
is
grab.
crazy to me,
He's
bro.
not gonna mess up his bag for that.
Man, so when confronted with internal documents projecting increased user engagement, he characterized these as milestones or gut checks for
Really?
management rather than explicit corporate goals to keep users hooked. That's what I'm saying, man. Just deflect. That's that
Well,
basic shit.
but I will say on that one, it's on the user too a little bit. You gotta have some self-control.
It
Like
is
it's gotta
okay.
be on the user too at some point
It
because
it
we're
it
picking this
does.
thing up. It's not being forced upon us.
It does. I agree. But they know that these phones are in our hands at all times, right? And they do have I believe they have a sense of response, but you do have your own. And
Self-control though. There's
you
still
gotta
some
have
self-control.
discipline, and that's why we're here. We're trying to teach
Some
people like, hey,
self-control.
don't think you're on your phone for 8 to 10 hours a day. That's normal. That shit is not normal.
Right, but they're pushing that narrative is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So by us pushing the opposite narrative, it's like, no, you don't need to be on that phone all the time. You can't put it
No, you
down.
got to do
There
other
is life
things.
without the phone.
Yeah, you got to figure it out. So he acknowledged the difficulty of enforcing age limits, noting that many children lie about their age. He pushed back against a 2015 internal document stating Meta must bring in tweens to win big with teens, arguing it was taken out of context. So they've found documents where these people are talking about these things,
Okay.
and what they're saying is the opposite of what these documents they found. Like, so we know they're lying.
So
You
you're
know what I
pushing your
mean?
narrative, basically.
Yeah, we know that they're
Yeah.
lying.
So that brings me to something else too. You know what I'm saying? We'll get back to some of that. But I just wanted to say this because how you even have celebrities, they want to clap back so bad at some of these people online that they'll create a whole burner account just
Oh
to get
yeah,
at some of these people because it's so addicting and they can't take it. They
yeah.
cannot take it that these people are talking shit about them online
Like
and they gotta clap back.
like your boy Kevin Durant made that whole
Exactly.
that whole burn.
Exactly, Mr. Bernard Durant. You already know. So,
So they were saying about beauty filters. Zuckerberg was grilled about the decision to allow filters that mimic plastic surgery despite internal experts warning of potential harm. He defended the choice as a matter of free expression, saying it would be paternalistic to ban them.
so, so there it is. That's just more evidence.
Just more evidence,
Just more
like
evidence
bro, like
that you guys really are trying to push your narrative for what you guys
dude,
want.
you
I
can
mean, come
block like how like come on, man, like
no excuse for that.
just no excuse,
Come
man.
on, y'all.
Jesus Christ.
You guys are just getting. I mean, and what it is they're getting more arrogant the more their pockets get filled. So they don't care because they know people are still using these apps. And once we start keeping people aware and people start realizing, like, okay, yeah, it's time. It's time for me to slow down on this stuff. I know it's not going to hit y'all now, but it's going to hit y'all.
Right. No, that's real. So yeah, man. So this case it's ongoing. It's gonna go on for another few weeks. We're gonna keep you guys updated. We're actually gonna try to go live from one of the court dates coming up soon. And if we do that, we'll give you guys a heads up, let you guys know so you guys can tune in.
So you want to react to that, right?
Yeah, we'll do like a reaction. We'll go
Okay.
out there. We'll cuss Zuckerberg out.
Oh, we got something for him.
You know what I mean? We'll hold up some signs like "fuck Zuck, fuck Zuck."
So y'all can tune in and be there for us. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
So this is Trapped in the Timeline. This is episode 11. I'm Half.
And I'm Dre.
Catch us on the next one.
And we out of here.